and yet they are not accepted as true. The numbers of photos and evidence for UFOs outweighs nearly 100,000 to 1, if not more, the photos of ball lightning. The elders of the primitive societies, the savages of this planet, take a look at the civilized world and marvel at how quickly it shuts the door, how quickly it puts on the blinders, and how quickly they say, oh no, we know what is true, how could you possibly? These are people who have doomed civilization and their own grandchildren. It is time to take a look at the myths and the legends and the primitive societies of this planet. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the prophecies of the ancients are coming true. Later on this evening, I would like to talk to you about the crop circles, about the comet Hale-Bopp, the comet Hyakutake, and several things that are occurring that has put the savage and primitive world on hold. We believe it is about time for the return of the gods, whether one calls them the star beings, or you call them extraterrestrials, or you call them the divinities. The prophecies are coming true across the planet. I am not a bringer of doom and destruction. I do not suggest that there will be the end of the world and nothing will exist afterwards. I do, however, suggest that there is going to be a change. The end time of some of the things that we know them, as we know them, is about doom. I do not advocate the violent overthrow of a government, of a church, of a bank. I would suggest that what we need to do in the next few years is to become aware. If you can only read one book a week, I suggest you double that. If you have time to listen to lecturers, do so, please. We need to learn everything there is. I have been very fortunate to bring my family together in the last month. I suffered a disagreement with an automobile. We argued, and the car won. I had a torn ligament in my right thigh, cracked thumb, and some cracked ribs, and I directly attribute this to some of the research that we have just recently done. My family is here with me. I am going to ask you, because I know we're coming up on a break here, I'm going to ask you, if you would, please call your friends. Call anyone and everyone who you think might be interested in listening to what we are talking about. If you can tomorrow, please give my family a call. We have 4 books that we would like to offer. One is on prophecy. One is called the Star Warrior Papers. It is about the crash, the rescue of the star being, and the 6 men who rescued him. There is a 3rd book, which I have entitled Terra 1 and Terra 2, The Hidden History of Planet Earth. And in a very few pages, we try to outline the history of planet Earth as was revealed by the star being. We will touch lightly on it over the next 2 nights. But the most critical paper for us at this time is one that is known as the Second Coming Conspiracy. I will talk about it at some length tomorrow. But I am going to suggest to you now that in the next few years, there is a deliberate plot, a conspiracy to create a second coming. A Messiah, the offspring of the divinity, is going to make his appearance. And I think we better take a look at what is happening. I want to again thank Rod and the American Freedom Radio Network. If you could please give us a call tomorrow, let us know, let Rod know if this is the kind of programming, if this is the kind of material that you would like to listen to. My family can be reached at area code 602-404-8050. Again, that's Morning Sky, area code 602-404-8050. We will be happy to send you some information on the books that we are working on. A couple of the trips that we are planning, we would like to take people out and to show them some of the crash sites, some of the prophecy sites, some of the places where star beings actually resided and where the myths and the legends of the Southwest began. please let the American Freedom Radio Network know how you feel about the program. I would also like to ask you to please call Mr. Rumlin. Let him know, as he needs to know if this is the kind of programming that you want to listen to. If you're frustrated, if you would like to know a little bit more, and I guarantee you that it's going to be radical, wait till you hear this next hour, please at least listen with an open mind. The information that we present to you took us 30 years. We have had 8 researchers working on and off during the course of the 30 years. We have information from Australia, New Zealand, from the Māori, the Aborigine, the Hawaiians, the Dogon in Africa, the Zulu tribe, and even some medicine down in Peru. Up is down, black is white, and everything you have ever been taught is a lie. We have been deceived, we have been manipulated, we have been cheated out of our destinies. In the next few years, it is mandatory that we take control of our lives, number one, and then in time, our planet. Again, I do not advocate rebellion or the overthrow of our institutions. I am simply suggesting we need to take control. We cannot permit the lies to continue. If we do not do this for ourselves, I believe we need to do this for our children. I have a 3-year-old daughter. I want to let her know that I did everything I could to make a difference on this planet. I suggest that if they are going to have any sort of a chance, that we need to learn everything we can. Do not accept anything I say, challenge it all, question it. Read for yourself. I suggest Robert Bauval, The Orion Mystery, Graham Hancock, Fingerprints of the Gods, Zachariah Sitchin, The Earth Chronicles. I would suggest Richard Hoagland. My apologies to the gentleman. I'm an admirer of his work, and his name left my mind. He has phenomenal work on the face on Mars. There is one book which is difficult to get, but I highly recommend it for its very revealing information. The gentleman's name is Patrick Tierney. It is called The Highest Altar. If you've ever wondered what human sacrifices were about, if you've ever wondered why civilizations like the Mayan, the Aztec, and even in Egypt, why they pursued human sacrifice, please pick up The Highest Altar.
Robert, we're going to have to go to a quick commercial break right now, but we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, we're back on the air again. Tonight's show number is 296. Today's date is August 1st, 1996. Robert will be talking for the next 2 hours, and he'll also be talking for 3 hours tomorrow night. So make sure that tomorrow night You make your popcorn before 10 o'clock and have yourself all ready to sit down around the radio so that you can get the last part of the lecture tomorrow night.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me the opportunity to speak with you, to Rod and the network. Thank you very, very much. If you can, again, I know that there have been several people that had called us and were wondering when the program would be aired. Please give your friends and neighbors a call. Let them know. This is something that I think is extremely important. As I had mentioned at the tail end of the last hour, I entered university in the 60s and was very happy with the way I had been brought up. I was an Apache warrior. I was a spirit dancer. I competed in powwows. And I was very happy with the warrior discipline. Challenged in college, I began to question, enrolled in religious studies programs, and began to examine not only Native American ways of life, but also other cultures and other societies. In time, our research, and I include some brothers who were with me in college, our research took us to a very, very odd conclusion. We found that there was one common source. There seemed to be one religion which gave birth to the other religions on our planet. After 3 years, I submitted a paper to a college professor. And I was very, very happy. 3 years of research had produced several pages of work, highly documented, and I thought, in what better forum than a university can we present something that was thought-provoking and which challenged the mainstream concept of religion?